Studies Section 6. Characterizing intergroup bias, stereotyping, prejudice, and discrimination. Introduction. In this lecture, the reader will be introduced to different types of group biases which emanate from preconceived notions of racism or perceived sense of previous injustice. These biases are exhibited in form of stereotypes, prejudice, and discrimination. Learning outcome in Study Section 6. Learning outcome 1.6 defines some of the key words printed in bold. Learning outcome 2.6 defines stereotypes, prejudices, and discrimination. Learning outcome 3.7 differentiates between the following concepts: stereotype, prejudice, and discrimination. Learning outcome 4.6 what is personal discrimination and institutional discrimination. Content. The killing of American, their civilian and military allies is a religious duty for each and every Muslim. We, with God's help, call on every Muslim who believes in God and wishes to be rewarded to comply with God's order to kill Americans and plunder their money whenever and wherever they find it. The September 11th attack gave a harsh lesson to these arrogant peoples for whom freedom is but for the white race. God's willing, Americans' end is near. Osama bin Laden, in a February 1998 appeal to Muslims and videotaped statement in the fall of 2001. The above statement of Osama bin Laden is a classical example of prejudice. Although social scientists differ in their perception and way they define prejudice, however, it is mostly agreed that prejudice involves a prejudgment, usually negative, about a group or its members. Fisk, 1993, Jones, 1979. In psychology, prejudice is not merely a statement of opinion or belief, but an attitude that includes feelings such as contempt, dislike, or loathing. For Osama bin Laden, non-Muslim Americans are the target of prejudice, and his hatred is so great that he would like to see them die to achieve their aim. Question. A dash is not merely a statement of opinions or beliefs but attitudes that include feelings such as contempt, dislikes, or loathing, and involves a prejudgment, usually negative, about a group or its members. A. Discrimination. B. Personal discrimination. C. Prejudice. D. Stereotype. The correct answer was C. Reason. The answer was C because prejudice is the only option that involves a prejudgment, usually negative, about a group or its members. Options A, B, and D are not correct because prejudice does not refer to treating group membership unfairly as a result of their group membership, does not mean generalizations or overgeneralizations about the members of a group, nor involves only the act of discrimination committed by individuals. The existence of prejudice is closely linked with stereotypes. The term stereotypes, coined by a French printer, Didot, in 1798. It was originally used for a printing process used to create reproductions. Stereotypes were later likened to pictures in the head, that is, mental reproduction of reality. The term gradually came to mean generalizations or quite often overgeneralizations about the members of a group. Just as with prejudice, these generalizations can be positive. For the most part, it could be negative and resistant to change. Stereotypes are not harmful, but they do damage by fostering prejudice and discrimination. For instance, harboring beliefs that black people have intellectual limitations makes one believe that time and money should not be spent on educating black children. In this example, Discrimination involves putting group members at a disadvantage or treating them unfairly as a result of their group membership. Personal discrimination involves the act of discrimination committed by individuals. For example, a manager who refuses to hire an Hausa man, while institutional discrimination refers to discriminatory policies or practices carried out by organizations and other institutions, for example, favoring one ethnic group over another in university admissions. Question: identify the concept that best describes the statement in the table below, using stereotypes, prejudices, discrimination, and personal discrimination. A. Dash is not merely a statement of opinions or beliefs but attitudes that include feelings such as contempt, dislike, or loathing. B. A situation which involves generalization or overgeneralization about members of a group. C. Dash which involves putting the members of a group at a disadvantage or treating them unfairly. D. Dash involves the acts of discrimination committed by individuals. Answers: A. Prejudice. B. Stereotype. C. Discrimination. D. Personal discrimination. Though stereotype, prejudice, and discrimination often go together, it is also possible to have one without the other. For example, a generalized prejudice against foreigners or amputees may not include specific stereotypes or acts of discrimination. There are some times when discrimination takes place without prejudices or stereotyping, either intentional or unintentionally. Summary: in this section, you have learned that prejudice is not merely a statement of opinion but involves a prejudgment, usually negative, about a group or its members. Fisk, 1993, Jones, 1979. The existence of prejudice is closely linked with stereotypes. The term stereotypes refers to the generalizations or quite often overgeneralizations about the members of a group, which could be positive or negative and resistant to change. Stereotypes are not harmful, but they do damage by fostering prejudice and discrimination. Discrimination involves putting group members at a disadvantage or treating them unfairly as a result of their group membership and could be personal or institutional in type. Stereotype, prejudice, and discrimination often go together. It is equally possible to have situations where discrimination takes place without prejudices or stereotyping, either intentional or unintentionally. This is the end of study section 5. This is the end of study section 6. Thanks for listening.